Castlevania Satan. I think people are gonna excavate me, if that's a thing, for me not playing Castlevania Satan. Actually, we've played it. Have either of us even beaten this game?
No.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think so.
I played it literally like about a year after it came out, so it's been almost 15 years since I played this game. And when I did play it, I got to a part where everything flips upside down, and I remember stopped playing at that point.
Yeah, I think I got to the last boss or second to last boss on this game on the upside down part, and then I just gave up. Yeah, just done with it.
Yeah. So I have nothing against it. I'm actually curious to see, because I was pretty impressed. Holy fuck, dude. I was pretty impressed with it when I first saw it, and I was like, I don't get what the big hype is about this game. It was kind of some of the same thing with like Legacy of Kain, the first Legacy of Kain, like on PlayStation 1. And I was like, I don't know what everyone's excited about this. This is because you can suck people's blood, but it became like a classic, and I can kind of see why this one was a classic more than Legacy of Kain.
Really?
Yeah, like what was really fun about the Legacy of Kain game on PlayStation?
Okay, I think the big thing with Legacy of Kain was like the storyline, because it was like pretty in depth and pretty detailed for what it was.
I remember seeing. That's why one thing I guess I didn't really get into, because I only remember seeing my friends playing the game, and nothing looked interesting. Like you could suck women's blood off the wall if they're like stuck to a wall. And they're like,
are you talking about like Blood Omen, the first Legacy of Kain?
Yes.
Oh, the top-down one.
Legacy of Kain, yeah, like the
Blood Omen. Okay.
Die, monster!
Everybody
you
shut
don't
up.
belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh.
God, he's so much better than the one in the fucking TurboGrafx version.
To pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all
That guy, not so much.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Fuck my shit.
But enough talk. Have at you.
The greatest mistranslation that should forever remain a mistranslation.
Yep.
What is a man?
Wait a minute, actually saying you don't like the redub for the PSP? It was so awesome.
They redubbed this shit for the PSP.
Yeah,
That's
they
terrible.
redubbed it and everything.
So it is
shit,
like,
I don't
what
know,
is like, I hate people that lie. Something really ridiculous.
I don't remember. It was more sensical. If that's
All I have to say.
sensible. Sorry, sensible.
Yeah, that's a crazy looking move.
It was more sensible line. I know. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing. But yeah, just what?
All I have to say is art from adversity. Not the intended thing. Probably having a hell of a tough time figuring out what the hell they were saying. And I got something infinitely cooler. And never forgotten. So immediately I like this game more than all the other Castlevanias we've played so far, because you actually have a ton of mobility.
Yeah, kind of.
Right
He
now
has a
you do.
Shoryuken. When you unlock him for like the regular game, you can actually give him a big giant Shoryuken.
Well, Shoryuken's more of like an attack.
Right.
I mean like the running. I mean like the huge crazy like foot dive, that thing. Like that's
Foot
just
dive!
pretty fucking
Oh! Can you be my foot dive, baby? Foot dive, baby. Top tissue. Yeah.
Why? Was it clearly a good idea to go away from Castlevania, like the Castlevania 2D sprites, to something like Castlevania 64? No, it never was a good idea. We should have just skipped like the really bad polygonal generation of consoles. Just skip them all.
Well, remember? I mean, that was the thing, though. At
Those
the
have
time,
aged like okay. So
everyone wanted that. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh,
Everyone
3D
did
this,
want
3D
it.
that."
But in the perspective of today's day and age, like all of those games, or at least the greater majority of them, have not aged well in comparison to the majority of games like from history. Like like even some Atari games are okay because they still function, play, and they run at 60 frames a second, and they're for what they are, they do their job. But man, some like N64 and PlayStation 1 games and some Sega Saturn games to an extent.
Maya! Save me! Save me!
Little girl. Some of those games really have aged fucking bad. Like, super bad. Oh, now you're a super dude? Okay.
I'm Super Richter.
Now, we were not going into a black hole the last time we were doing this.
No, it cannot be!
Nice, and he took a Polaroid of his dead friend. Nice.
It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter.
I kind of
who
think...
succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest. Shaft!
I think in this game, the reason that it became initially popular is that Alucard's cooler than, like, any of the Castlevania mains since. Like,
I guess.
I
don't know,
and
Rick.
the fact that you...
it depends on what you define as cool, because Alucard's like this big, or not big, he's just like this, look at him on the left, he's this beautiful, pretty...
Well,
I'm a gorgeous
I don't mean as much
vampire,
as...
cursed to walk the night, not quite human, not quite man. Love me!
I don't mean by his, like, actual physical appearance. I mean the fact that his character is a vampire. Like, everyone, for what you know about Castlevania, is about killing vampires and, like, murdering the crap out of them. And then they flip it backwards where you are the vampire. You're essentially fucking Dante. I mean, Dante pretty much came from this fucking game. And I think that part appealed to a lot of people. Like, holy crap, you get to be the vampire, killing vampires, sick! I could already imagine the conversation in 1995. Sick! Yo, dude, that is sick!
Don't you mean that's gonna be the bomb?
No. I was using sick in high school.
Dope.
Six. I remember the first time I heard a friend use the term sick. I was like, "Are you okay? Are you feeling okay?" He's like, "No, dude, it's sick."
You remember when?
Like,
do you remember when the term "bad" used to be cool? So bad.
Oh, that was for 10 years of my fucking life.
Bad, man.
It's so bad. It's so bad. This shit is bad, man.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember even as a kid, I was like, "This is kind of stupid, but whatever. Everyone's doing it." So.
Holy fuck! He doesn't need like a cart. He doesn't need. Holy shit! I'm going in. Fuck everything.
Dead.
God damn. Cyberwolf dead.
Get out of my way.
I'm already liking the atmosphere. Holy crap. I've forgotten the greater majority of this game other than the fact that your Alucard and things eventually go upside down. And death. Death is a
dick. And the music kicks in as the light comes on. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, do us a favor. Press pause really quick. Go to help and options and see if there's a music option. Settings. Nope! There's nothing!
Volume level.
No, it's just regular. It's just leave it at 5 or whatever. That sucks. That sucks. I really wanted to see if we can just pump the music.
Level up!
Level up! This is the first one of the Castlevania series to actually have level ups, right?
I believe so.
Good idea!
Maybe Simon's Quest did? I don't know.
Because do you remember back in this time of like the PlayStation era where like leveling shit up became like the new hotness? Like games that had like a level up whether or not like it was an RPG mechanic were the games that got incredibly good reviews because it was like a way to pad the game, you know, a way to make your game last longer because you can always do something.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, that stuck around. Look at what Call of Duty did.
Oh, I mean, no,
for first-person shooters.
That's what I mean. Is that right when this game came out, it was like the revolutionary era of every game having like progressible, like evolving characters. Or most.
Alucard.
Those guys got a good fucking voice.
Here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Alucard's not that bad either.
Befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side.
Yeah, it's really just.
But I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret.
He's a man of few words.
We will meet again. What?
What? This game is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like if you want, I kind of feel that. Well, you're a strip. They just God of War'd you before God of War.
Metroid.
Did they do that Metroid, like Super Metroid?
Not super, I don't per se, but like the Metroid games do have this thing where it's like you start off initially with a bunch of cool shit and then like it gets taken away from you.
Okay, so that's like the video game trope. I was wondering if that came from this game. So that was a Metroid thing before this game. Nice. Fucking backdashing? Let's go. And that became such a huge thing like later on, like being really fucking cool for about like 5 minutes and then losing it all and having to go get it back. I don't know if I've ever liked it.
Well, it's kind of like, remember how like Ego Raptor was going nuts in his fucking Mega Man X thing, and he's talking about how like Zero shows you how cool you will become, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than, I can't remember. I think Red Rust is worse.
I think it's kind of like I kind of like the surprise of getting stuff instead of knowing exactly what it's gonna be. Like, it's a video game. I know it's an action game. I know it's gonna go someplace. I know I'm gonna get shit.
You hope.
You would fucking hope, right? I mean, if it was a good game. If it's a bad game, then fuck it. It's a bad game. We'll never talk about it again. But in any good game, yeah, when you play the game, you get stuff to make your character better, especially in like an action 2D game. So I don't know, kind of like when you start the character off with like fucking everything, it kind of spoils like the surprise later on of things you're gonna get. I don't know. That's always been my opinion on stuff like this. I didn't like it in God of War either.
Well, it was like in like Zelda, like people like they noticed people would always, you could always tell how many things you have left to get by looking at the item screen.
Yeah. So
with Twilight Princess, they started this thing where it's like a circular system and you don't know
Good.
how big the circle will be.
It's like early spoilers. I mean, I get it. It's really good for the impact of the first 10 minutes of the game. It really helps for that, and it's a very cinematic thing to do as well. But I kind of like being surprised. You know what I'm curious?
Surprise!
Well, I'm curious if Strider is going to do that.
What?
The new Strider game. I wonder if they're going to do that. You start off like all super badass, and then you lose your shit.
That's a good question. It didn't look like it from what we saw at Comic-Con, though. Like, it looked like he started off and was just getting the shit.
Dude, yeah, and he just had sword. Actually, you know, you might have to start off with nothing because you have to get to areas that you need things to open up doors and shit like that. I love Metroid Castlevania. Ah! Like, I just bursts into a pile of fucking gore. Ah! And he animates really fucking well. Like, sweet Jesus.
I have no idea how I did that.
It looked awesome. We'll have to figure that out before we go any further.
It was like a Street Fighter move or something.
We'll have to figure out all the characters' combat options at some point if we get more shit. Simmons is piloting, by the way. Simmons is used to the Castlevanias by now.
I thought you were gonna.
I wanted to, but then I wanted to add commentary.
But you can't do both?
No. It's really hard, especially on a game that you haven't played before. It's really hard to like add something to a conversation and you're like, I'm trying to fucking beat this. Get off me. Like, don't even talk right now. I said Pillion has said many a times, using talking and playing video games use two completely different parts of your brain. Unless you have a specific skill set for it, it is hard. It is a fucking difficult thing to accomplish. Especially when it's not a game that you know how to play very well.
Yeah, but it's like with the Sonic games, I'm just like, God, it's like rote memory so much.
It's muscle memory.
So it's like, I don't even like have to worry about what I'm doing most of the time.
Exactly.
I can talk pretty easily during stuff like that.
I like crying. Something. There's no crying. There's no crying in Castlevania.
That's right, Tom Hanks.
Is that a giant saving bubble?
Yeah.
I like it.
It gives me health.
Next gen graphics.
Look at that 3D coffin, man. Just imagine what the whole game will look like in 3D. It's gonna be so wicked awesome. Yeah,
it's gonna be Tits.
Can't wait, dude.
Actually, Tits has recently come along. Tits was not around back in the day. What would be Sick was definitely happening back in the day. Dope was being used, yeah. Magically sailed.
Is it magically delicious too? Thor is magically delicious. I wish I had my double jump. I do like how this game you get more mobility as you go along. Not just better items, not just better weapons, but
yeah, I know. That's the sign of a good action game, where the entire game is designed around you not being able to get to what the fuck, my friend. Around you not being able to get to certain areas based off your mobility, and then them designing the game around you getting new things and going to new places with it.
Oh, dude, I saw a fucking great calendar the other day. You would like it. It was All My Friends Are Dead calendar. So like all these like random different things that are like all my friends are this or all my friends are that. Like there's one where it was like a mixtape cassette that says all my friends are outdated or something like that.
Yeah.
Or obsolete. All my friends are obsolete.
So it's like a cassette tape?
Yeah, it was a cassette tape. All my friends are obsolete. Holy
Sweet
shit,
mother of
rocking
God.
my world.
You gotta have a special attack or something to kill these guys faster with. You gotta have something. Did you press every button?
Yeah. I think I just need to pay attention more.
It almost feels like you need something bigger.
Oh, I landed it right on me!
I don't know, it feels... I can't remember having something bigger at this point, like early on in the game.
Yeah, maybe.
Game over!
Yeah, and like, who is it? James Rolfe pointed out, like, the big problem with this game is a stupid long-ass... I can't do anything to make the speed along. Like, it just goes on and on. You gotta wait for this
They
whole...
wanted you to see this beautiful 2D CG object.
And you gotta do all this shit every time you die.
Clearly this game's a 6 out of 10. Because of that alone.